Giants over the line. They wouldn't have won without him, Hurdy. How good was that period of play for the Giants captain?
There's absolutely no doubt they wouldn't have won it without him. That 40 minutes from just before the three-quarter time to the end of the game was sensational. Those last two marks to sort of slow the game down, the 3 goals really put them in front. To me, it was the best 40 minutes I've seen this year.
Wow.
And it was just great to watch. Toby Green, not that he's old, but it was Toby Green of old, and great to watch, and the Giants got across the line.
It just shows that he's still got it. I know that he's been playing some good football and at times exciting football, but we haven't seen that sort of spell of football from him for a few years.
Well, it's taking their responsibility, of course. No Stringer and no Hogan. And he can then choose whether he wants to go back to the goal square with his matchup, or as we've seen with Toby, what gets underestimated with his footy is his work rate. He's got an enormous work rate for a mid-sized forward, can get up and down the ground, and he's incredibly smart. He knows where to run the angles and where to take his opponent. So
the Giants were made to work very hard for this one. They've had a good finish to the season, beating the Gold Coast Suns well last week, and then the Saints were excellent all day, having won four in a row themselves. They've now won enough games to book a home elimination final. Jimmy, take us through the Lexus of Blackburn key moments.
Yeah, you're right there, Tom. The Saints were excellent all day, and what they did really well was take away the Giants' run and rebound for most of the game. The Sai Wanganeen, they were setting up Darcy Wilson, who actually kicked 5 goals for the day. It was a magnificent game from him, 23 and 5. Have yourself a day to finish the season. You mentioned Toby Green. Well, he had 17 and 4 as well. Harry Himmelberg in game 200. Turnover led to Hugo Garcia setting up Wilson for another goal, of course. And Jacob Weir sets up Callum Brown to put the Giants back in front. So the Giants, every time you thought they were going to get out in front, the Saints reeled them in. And that's actually then put the pressure on the Giants going into that last quarter, going, well, hang on, they need to actually get their backside into gear, get some actually pace on the game to catch up to the Saints. They're holding the ball here for Tom Green, who was excellent and massive in the last quarter. The second greatest contested possession quarter in the Giants' history, plus 24, and because Tom Green had 10 in the last quarter alone. Darcy Jones was dynamic as well, 6 score involvements in the last quarter. Some big ball winners, Whitfield and Ashigan had over 30, and Sinclair had over 30 for the Saints. And here we go, Darcy Jones just capping off. This was the sealer, of course, 30 seconds ago, and as you mentioned, home final for the Orange Tsunami.
The Saints' ball movement got through the Giants a few times, I heard. Is that cause for some concern?
Yeah, I think so for the Giants. It's been a worry all year, I think, the way that the clubs can get it from back 50 to forward 50 against the Giants. We see here against St Kilda, just a little bit too easy moving it into the Giants' defensive 50, which puts so much pressure on those key defenders. I mean, they're great defenders down there, and Taylor and Iden, Himmelberg, and when Jack Buckley comes back. But the Saints were able to expose the Giants at certain times, and this is why I think that if the Giants don't tidy this up, Jimmy, against the really good teams, look at the ball movement here, just far too easily to get it through the midfield and out to the other side of the ground, and really exposing the Giants defenders with that good ball movement.
Kieran Briggs had a great battle with Rowan Marshall, but the second ruck, or even someone to challenge Kieran Briggs for the #1 ruck spot.
Yeah, I really worry about it. I mean, Jake Riccardi's a very good forward, but putting him in the ruck, every time he seems to go in the ruck, St Kilda seem to get a goal, or get a shot at goal. So I think, is it Madden, their second ruckman?
Yeah, he's had a couple of runs.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back in. It's always hard to play 2 ruckmen when you're playing with a sub, but just to give them more oomph around the ball.
So you'd bring him back in for the finals?
Well, I'm not sure, but I just think they've got to have another alternative to Riccardi. I mean, Riccardi's only, what was he, 6'4". He's not built like a ruckman, but just felt like every time he went into the ruck, St Kilda got an advantage.
So the game